snap, and the ball is free.
Okay, next question.
I'm a horse football coach right now.
You know, I got shoved up, shoved it up. I got shoved, right?
What's up, Spartans fans? Welcome to episode 85 of the Spartan Savants podcast. It is your boy Willy, joined by the usual crew, Travis and Nicky, coming off a tight one in Piscataway against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, and then a big blowout over the weekend versus Maryland. And, of course, everyone's favorite week. We've got Michigan coming up Friday night at the Brez. We'll get into all that. We'll also talk a little football with the schedule coming out. But, of course, I want to check in with everybody and see how they're doing. What's up, fellas?
The hate's flowing.
The hate is flowing.
We can finally leave our houses, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
The weather has subsided in Dallas.
A little bit. My steps are still covered in ice, so I can't really make it very far. But, yeah.
Gotta be careful. Any power outages or anything like that for you guys?
Not for me.
Shockingly, no.
Yeah.
I live in a house that's a classic house that loses power, but no outages.
Was it one of those things where it was never as bad as everyone thought it was going to be, or was it pretty much what was expected?
It was pretty much Southerners aren't equipped to handle this kind of stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. I feel like they weren't able to salt and plow, so it was just ice city.
Yeah.
On the roads.
Is it still cold there, or is it warmed up?
That's
It was like 50 today, but yeah, it was.
Yeah.
There's still ice out there somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is here. It's like 30 in the mornings, and then it warms up to like 50s in the afternoon. But that's enough weather discussion. That's the weather savants.
That was more than I intended when I said that.
So the basketball team, the Michigan State Spartans, a tight one last night, man. That was edge of your seat. Pretty much angry for 39 and a half minutes, but they pulled it out. I thought it was a gritty win. They obviously did not have their best stuff. Ugo Chukwu, big three to tie it late with about, I think, 12 seconds left. And they took care of business in overtime. I think that's probably a good place to start. What are your takeaways from that one and thoughts on the performance?
Jeremy Fears.
Yes.
God. He just went straight. He just was like, we're not losing this game, and I don't care what happens. He just took over 29 points, was like 7 assists, 2 or 3 rebounds. That was just beautiful work of art from Jeremy Fears. Carr had a pretty good game too. He made 2 threes, I want to say. He's playing good defense around. But yeah, I mean, it was just a game of no one really trying. Kind of felt like it was very much looking ahead. Thank you, Mr. Intervention.
The intervention.
For that last second 3.
I mean, Fears made a great pass on that play too.
He did.
It was beautiful. And I think the thing that Izzo keeps talking about Fears is like he's scoring, but he's not becoming a shooter out there. Like he's still not a lethal 3-point shooter like you would want to see. And then also he mentioned after the game that Fears, like while he had that game, was still during that first half, he was still like locked in and like being the full-time like team leader, locked in the huddle during even when he had like 2 points and 2 fouls in the first half.
Yeah.
So that's always, he's challenged the leadership a couple times this year. So it was good to see somebody step up and play the game when we needed to, because obviously we're not winning that game without him.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. I think Fears has, like you said, he's turned in really his last couple of games has scored pretty well. And still, racking up the assists on top of that. He hit a 3 last night where he like stepped into it, like looked like a natural 3-point shooter. I was like, dang, if he could just find some consistency, he might go down as one of the best Spartans of all time if he could find that shot. But I was pretty surprised they pulled that one out, I'll be honest, because that was like we were not keeping pace scoring wise, and like the defense just couldn't buy a stop. Like it would look, we'd cut it to 5, and then the next thing you know, it'd be 10 again. And then, I think we finally went on like a 9-2 run pretty late, and the defense ended up playing pretty well in overtime. But man, I really thought that was going to be a classic looking ahead loss for that team. Towards the end of the game, I don't know if it was in overtime or right at the end, Jackson Kohler had the crazy look in his eye, like everyone was trying to calm him down, and he was just not listening to them.
He was screaming at his eye. He was mad.
Yeah. I love that. I mean, I love when guys do that. Like it shows a level of comfortability they have with Coach Izzo. But it was great. I was cracking myself up watching that. But what do you like? I guess coming out of that game, do you feel like comfortable going into this Michigan game, or are you like, holy shit, like if that team shows up, I guess what are your expectations for Saturday?
The game's Friday.
Yeah,
Friday, that's what I meant.
If that team better not show up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm a little worried that team's going to show up, but it better not. Having said that, we do tend to have some of those games on the road against Rutgers for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So
sneaky tough.
Wasn't totally shocked. Like even last year in Madison Square Garden was pretty tough. So not a total shock. But
yeah, they posted a graphic that like pretty much every year the past like 6 or 7 years, Rutgers upset the top 10 team at home. So wasn't us.
Yeah, glad it was not us.
Not this time.
Yeah. In Maryland on last Saturday, I mean, I didn't watch a ton of the game, but I just saw the score 91-48. I mean, that's a thorough ass whooping.
That was a fun one.
That was very enjoyable to watch. That one was straight, like front to back. Oh, okay. This is just gonna be a nice
belt to ass.
Yeah. I know we kind of talked about it a little bit last week, but I think this is kind of an ongoing discussion. Any additional concerns with this team? We talked a lot about offensive consistency, but I think I have some that I would narrow it down to a little bit more. But I want to give you guys a chance first to kind of express any concerns you might have as we head into the meat of the schedule, really.
I guess I'm a little concerned that there's been a couple games where either Kohler or Cooper has been off. It's been Kohler mostly lately for most of them. And I know those are mostly on the road. But like Izzo was talking about last night about not being able to get the ball to the post and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if that happens regularly at any point the rest of the season, I'm a little concerned about how the half court offense is going to look, because it didn't look pretty in that first half against Rutgers.
Yeah, we've got to get the ball in the post more. Kohler and I love that Kohler's developed a 3, but he's got to score down low too. Him and Cooper.
This is kind of an evergreen concern, but turnovers.
Yeah. Every year with those, huh?
Yeah, the only year we didn't really struggle was the year we barely made the tournament. So maybe they're a good thing. Maybe.
Right.
We're playing fast. That's
just live and die by the turnovers.
Yep.
One thing I was looking at, and it was actually Matt Sheehan that pointed this out. We are 168th in the country in free throws attempted per game. That I think has got to change. That needs to be fixed. I mean, we have got to get to the line. Fierce does a great job of drawing fouls, but we got to get the other guys get to the line.
Nobody really drives to the hoop. Now that I think about it, that number makes absolute sense. I wouldn't have thought of it off the top of my head, but like, I guess Cohen Carr's the other guy that drives to the hoop, but everybody else is stop and pop or already down low.
Yeah.
And just kind of post somebody up, and occasionally they'll get a foul call. So they do have to go. They do have to go at people a little more.
Yeah. You got Ugo Chukwu, another guy's just gotta go at people. And I mean, I was looking at, I think we were at like 21.4 free throw attempts per game, which seems like a lot, but I mean, obviously there's teams that are, 168th in the nation is really bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like halfway. It's like halfway there.
Yeah.
It's basketball.
Yeah.
It couldn't even get to that point in football. But I will say, I think I brought this up before, but the inconsistency from the bench is a little concerning, because we'll have a game where 4 guys, like Maryland, everybody who touched the floor basically scored.
Mm-hmm.
Rutgers, we had like 2 or 3 guys scoring off the bench and a couple people that did nothing. So, and it was very little scoring at that point too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I think I saw a stat at one point late in the second half. The bench scoring was like 25-9 in favor of Rutgers. And that's just not going to cut it.
yeah, you can have that. At least a lot of times we are winning the bench scoring overall,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, it needs to be more than just a couple people.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's more of
I
my
agree.
concern, rather than the point total. But
Yeah.
Starting slow too. Something we've just
Yeah. That's just the killer. Start the games off like that. I mean, you spotting a team a 10-point lead, you might get away with it against Rutgers, a couple other teams in the Big Ten, but start playing Michigan and some other teams, they'll make you pay for that, and it'll get out of hand before you can mount a comeback. But looking ahead to Michigan here, this is, it's the top 10 game at the Breslin Center. This is everything you want in the rivalry. I think Michigan State's won 7 of the last 10, 11 of the last 15. But this is a really good Michigan team. I mean, they have blown good teams out. They had a tough one last night versus Nebraska. They barely squeaked out. But they're Michigan's favored by 1.5 I saw. So pretty close spread. But Travis, what are your, main concerns coming into this one?
Yaxel Lendenborg.
Yeah,
that's basically it. Because I'm looking at their roster right now, and it's the only real changes from last year are Landenborg and Trey McKinney, the freshman from Orchard Lake.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good reason. Lendenborg, I can never get his name totally correct, so I got to look at it when I'm saying it. Lendenborg is the leading scorer, and he's like a freak athlete at that power forward position, and can also, I think ESPN rated him one of its top 5 players in the country at the midway point or something in an article that they published today.
Yeah.
And then McKinney is averaging 10 points a game as a freshman, and they've got 5 guys that score more than 10 points per game. But other than that, it literally looks like the same. You got Elliot Cadeau, you got that 7'3" dude Mara, Roddy Gale, Burnett, LJ Kayson, and Will Shedder's still there somehow. seems like he's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of the same team from last year, just a couple really good guys added in there.
Yeah.
And I guess they've just built off the chemistry from last year and just kind of found a way to roll with it. But who knows? I think our bigs are going to have to be pretty big in that, obviously.
Yeah.
They've been that way all year, but it's especially defensively, I think, in this one is going to be the big one, and you're going to have to keep them off the boards.
Yeah. Yeah.
One good thing is it does seem like Michigan's not playing as well as they were back in November, December.
Yeah.
One thing that Dusty May said while playing Nebraska was Nebraska hasn't seen athleticism like Michigan. Well, they played Michigan State earlier this month. A little bulletin board material there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go out and say it. Dusty May's a piece of shit.
I'm not a Dusty May guy.
I'm not. I have nothing to elaborate on that, but let's look at him.
He coaches for Michigan. Of course he is.
Yeah. The whole way he handled that center of the court thing on senior day last year, I don't think that's unforgivable for me. There's nothing he can do. Like John Beilein, I respected. I would even go far as to say I liked John Beilein. He was about as good of a Michigan coach as you could have in terms of like
Horrible culture fit there.
yeah, right, yeah, exactly, yeah. Like I could try my hardest to hate the guy, but he was a good basketball coach and he was respectable. There wasn't any bullshit when he was around, and the games were great. And they had some really good teams. This whole thing, Dusty May last year, like I'll never move on from that. Like that's just something that will sit with me forever. And he has a stamp of disapproval from me for a lifetime.
What are they going to do this year?
What will they do this year? I can't wait either.
Chris Holtman.
Yeah. They're pretty like in terms of like stats, like just basic entry level stats. Like this is a pretty evenly matched game. I mean, Michigan is averaging 91 points a game. We're at just about 80. That's probably the biggest dispersion. Points against Michigan at 69. We're at 63. Field goal percentage 52 and 48. Rebounds are dead even. Assists are dead even. Blocks and steals almost dead even as well. I think that goes, Trav. I think the glaring thing here is the defense. Our defense is going to have to step up and rebound. I mean, that's just it's going to be
basketball.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly right. I think we need big nights from the two bigs. And I need Cohen Carr to step up a little bit. I mean, he's played a lot better the past couple games. I want to see him get to the hoop. I want to see him rebound. His free throw percentage has dropped off like almost 10 plus points, I think. And I think he's actually getting to the line less too. So
draw some fouls on those big guys.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, they're going to score their points. It's not, they're a good team. There's no way around it. But so are we, and we're at home. I like the spot for them. I mean, it's the Breslin is going to be rocking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
On a Friday night,
deafening. Oh yeah.
Turbo douche Trey McKinney's not going to know what hit him.
Not going to know. I hope Paul Davis is there too.
Oh, guy from Flint going to Michigan.
Yeah. What a
raised wrong.
What an idiot. Yeah. Definitely Yaxel Lindenberg. He's a guy
Rose.
You want to call him Luxembourg?
Yeah, whatever you want to call him. I mean, he's
Yaxel, I'm too scared to go to the NBA, so I'll just go to Michigan.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if Fears continues to play like he has, and Fears is a guy that will get in the other team's head too. Like he is perfect for this game.
I want to see him going at, I don't know, Roddy Gale. Roddy Gale seems like an easy target.
Yeah.
Roddy Gale seems like he gets hit. He can't handle very much mental games.
Yeah.
I could see someone trying to like fight Fears during this game.
Definitely. Yeah.
Like
I could see that.
Maybe Dusty himself will pull a Juan Howard and just go up to Fears and open hand him.
Open hand him.
Greatest day of my life.
Oh my gosh, that would be so awesome.
It's
Juwan Howard versus Greg Gard.
It is Izzo's birthday. It is Izzo's birthday. That is.
I mean, we can't lose. We're not losing.
3-0 against Michigan.
3-0 against Michigan on his birthday. Wow, that's a good.
I would hate having a game like that on my birthday. A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
If I'm the coach, it's different. Yeah.
When you've had 72 of them or whatever Tom Izzo's had, they're kind of just another day, I think.
Sure, that's true. I saw today. This might have been in the video that Nicky just sent. That he said that he's had his times where he hated them without respecting them. Now he hates them and respects them. So it's.
See, like it's okay to say that. It's like why couldn't Jonathan Smith just say that?
That's what a rivalry is.
I forgot Jonathan Smith existed.
Me too. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah,
I heard a quote from Dusty May that said, "We just need the dinosaurs, Calipari and Izzo, to retire, and finally college basketball will be a sport worth watching again."
He did not say that.
No,
he didn't say that.
That'd be funny if he did.
He did now.
In my mind, he said that. In my mind, that's what he thinks.
We're clipping that and we're posting it without any other context on it.
Right. That's right. Oh man. Any other parting thoughts here on the Michigan game? I mean, it's going to be one that we'll talk about a lot after for sure. But it would really be nice if it'll suck if we lose.
This will really not.
On a Friday night, that's just no.
Yeah.
No.
This one will sting if we lose.
We don't really have any other sports this weekend. I'm sure the Wings or the Pistons play somebody, but yeah.
Both in first place in their respective
yeah.
conferences. The Michigan fans are going to be insufferable. The fans that don't even care about basketball, except when they beat Michigan State or go farther in the tournament. Did you guys see the picture of Chrysler Center for the Nebraska game yesterday? That was like a top 5 game, and the place was like a minute or two into the game, it was like 3/4 full, maybe. So many empty seats.
Crazy.
Some people just can't handle it.
Not a basketball school.
God. I can't do it being good. It makes me so mad when they're good. Unless they beat them. That's fun, but
yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna do woo. This Friday night is gonna be something.
Each but a beach. Switching over to football a little bit. I know we're outside of football season, but the schedule did come out. Michigan State opens at home against Toledo, then Eastern Michigan. Travel to Notre Dame, at home versus Nebraska, at Wisconsin, at home versus Illinois Northwestern, at UCLA, bye week, at Michigan. Then we're at home versus Washington. Then we are at home versus Oregon, and then Thanksgiving in Piscataway, New Jersey, to take on Rutgers. Knee-jerk reactions to the schedule.
It's not bad.
Pretty favorable.
It could definitely be. Yeah, it's pretty favorable for sure. I think I pointed this out to you guys off the air, but the third straight year with the West Coast road trip, third straight year with the bye week right after that.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Common sense.
Michigan too this year, which is nice.
Yeah. Michigan game a little later than we're used to.
Yeah.
That was weird, but it has happened in November before, so it's not totally off balance. But it's also our only Big Ten rivalry game, and the only other rivalry game that we have is Notre Dame, unless you want to now count Northwestern because of Pat Fitzgerald, or Wisconsin because of the history there. But I mean,
or Illinois because of Caton Hauser.
That could work
and
too.
Eastern Michigan, we do have the QB gauntlet.
Yes.
Well, I was mostly focusing on the Big Ten, but yeah, and then opportunity to knock Fickle or Matt Rule off a hot seat maybe. Yeah. Those back-to-back openers there. I mean, I'm just scrolling through the article I wrote, honestly. So it's a lot of stuff. But yeah, I'm okay with it. I think it lends itself well to the first year coach, especially with a lot of good home games.
Yeah, I agree. No Ohio State, no Indiana, no Penn State. I think when you get Notre Dame, you have Michigan, of course, and then Oregon. Those are kind of the three probably the toughest games. Who knows what Illinois and Wisconsin or Nebraska will be, but I like the way it sets up.
I do miss the spittoon already.
We got to get that back.
The trophy. Yeah,
we'll be with the Big Ten championship.
That's right. How do you think that works? If we beat them in the Big Ten championship, do we also get the spittoon back, or would they keep it still?
I think it ends up being like a negotiated between the teams type of deal.
That's so cool.
Like they can put it they can put it on the line if they choose to.
Nice.
Or they can play it without it. Yeah.
Interesting. I would love to be a fly on the wall for those negotiations.
Totally
Like
kosher,
Big
right?
One championship.
Nicky, any thoughts from you on the schedule?
Hey, we got to win 7-8 games, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
You can't. We just gotta.
Yeah.
We've said that over and over. That should be the minimum standard for this program.
Yeah.
We finally get there.
Just give me a big win. Give me a win, and don't lose against Hauser and Childs. Please.
Oh, please do not do that. God, for
No
the
more
love of God,
40-point
win those
losses
games.
either. That would be nice.
Yeah,
Actually,
none of those.
competitive, please.
Yeah. I mean, Toledo Eastern, win. At Notre Dame, that's probably a loss.
Mm-hmm.
And then you really just get into toss-ups. Nebraska, Wisconsin, Illinois. I think we should beat Northwestern. At UCLA, at Michigan, Washington. Probably lose to Oregon. But the rest of those games, all toss-ups.
A lot of the teams are same team, different colors.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Fitzgerald 2-0 against Whittingham.
That's true. That's true. Like that. In other football news, Mel Tucker case, Brenda Tracy's case against Mel Tucker dropped by the Ingham County court.
Yeah, the attorney had some very powerful words. He said he's a man who deserves a break, although he would not consider what happened a break. He also said he would like Mel Tucker to get back into coaching.
Wouldn't we all?
I mean, look, as the attorney said, he played Michigan 3 times. He beat them twice. What else is there to say?
I love that the attorney threw that in there. It just does not mean anything at this point. There's no relation to his case or anything. Oh, man. I miss Mel. I hope he coaches again. I'd love to see him on the sidelines.
Big Mel.
I'm trying to think of a good spot for that.
I have not thought about Jonathan Smith since the second he got fired. I think about Mel Tucker every day of my life.
Yes, me too. I do as well.
Every single day of my life.
Did you guys see the Ohio State offensive coordinator hire the other day? Arthur Smith?
I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that with Jonathan Smith because he was supposed to be interviewing
Oh, that's right.
for those jobs and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
It sounded like Jonathan Smith was going to go to Utah for a minute there.
Yeah, that was another one of the ones that he was interviewing for. But yeah, thought that was interesting. They went right back to a pro court. Now they got pro coordinators on both sides of the ball. So
Yeah.
luckily we don't have to face them this year.
Ohio State. That offensive coordinator position is just like a new one every year for them.
Yeah.
It's just some like mercenary they hire to come in.
Yeah. And he gets a head coach job or something. Well, I mean, guess what? No, they had Chip Kelly before. I don't know.
Yeah, Heartline was.
Who was it last year?
Well, they had Patricia as defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
I know, but Kelly left, so who was their offensive coordinator?
it was Heartline.
Or was it Hartline?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Then I'm trying to think of who it was before Chip Kelly, but I can't remember.
I'm gonna think of it as soon as we're off the air.
Right. Yeah. Quick episode here, but give me predictions for tomorrow. I'll start with you, Travis, or Friday. Sorry.
I thought today was Thursday anyway, so
Yeah.
we're
Me
good.
too. Day it is.
I will say the Spartans come away with a win 81-74. I'm going high scoring.
Nice. I like that. Nicky.
I think it's going to be extremely high scoring. I'm going to go 91-82.
Ooh.
Spartans, obviously.
Okay, I like both these predictions here. I'm going to go Michigan State 78, Michigan 74.
Still pretty high
Even
scoring.
numbers. Yeah. It'll be a nail biter. Like Michigan State will be up, and then Michigan's going to come back, and we're all going to be like, oh, shit. And then we're going to just barely hold off. And
I hate that feeling until we win.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah. Anything else before we sign off here? I know a quick episode, but not a ton of football stuff to talk about. Rutgers last night was tight, but
Big hockey series this weekend.
who's the hockey team play?
They're on the road against Penn State.
Oh,
Number 2 against number 5, and I
All
believe
right.
we're also a point behind both them and Michigan in the standings.
all right.
So
Okay. I mean, the hockey team has been strong.
yeah,
Man.
number 2 in the country, but still only 3rd place in the Big Ten right now.
I
So
know that's crazy.
That's annoying.
they got some work to do. I think they have Penn State this weekend, Michigan next weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
So that's a couple big series.
Who's number 1 in hockey? Is it Michigan?
Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, we'll get them one
I
day.
believe we split with them so far this year.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
And we have a 2-0 lead on Penn State.
But
But
shoot,
that
we're
was
due.
in East Lansing.
Yeah. Well, we will have a lot to talk about when we circle back with you next week. Hopefully, a win against the bad guys. And I think there'll probably be another basketball game between now and then.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of anger if we don't beat
Yeah.
Michigan, but
Yeah.
that can't even enter our mind.
No, of course not. Of course not. But yeah, we will be on, if not shortly after the Michigan game. We'll be back next Wednesday as always, unless something else comes up. But that will do it for the 85th episode of the Spartan Savants. We thank you all for listening. And as always, please follow, like, subscribe, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you find your podcasts. And of course on X and Instagram. And thank you to the College Huddle for allowing us to be their Michigan State representative. We appreciate everything they do. But yeah, for Nicky and Trav, go green.
Go White.
Go white.